The following program is provided for general information only. Younger viewers should check with appropriate professionals or adults to address individual problems, permissions, and concerns.
Oh my goodness, that Florida seafood buffet was to die for, wasn't it?
I can't believe that shrimp asked for my number last night.
Did you see that girl at the party? Her shells were so last season.
Holy mackerel. Did you see that one guy last night that completely clammed up on me? I was stuck with this guy who came on me like a total shark.
Hello?
A party you can watch, see?
There's nothing I love more than the Florida outdoors and being able to catch and cook my own Florida seafood. But what I don't understand is why seafood has such a bad rap, especially with kids. Oh, maybe, just maybe, we can give you enough reasons to give Florida seafood another chance. Florida seafood and aquaculture products are a naturally renewable and sustainable resource that provides jobs and contributes $300 million to the state's economy annually. Florida has an international reputation for quality, supplying a $15 billion restaurant industry and 4,600 seafood retailers that sell products to 49 million visitors and 15 million residents each year. Pinellas County ranks second in Florida counties that produces the highest seafood harvest annually.
Happy birthday to you.
Want to live longer? Eat seafood.
Happy birthday to you.
Do you want to be healthier? Eat seafood. Want to be smarter? Eat seafood. Want to be happier? Eat seafood. Eating Florida seafood really can help you to live longer. It has fewer calories, more high-quality protein, and less fat and cholesterol than red meat or poultry. And a big benefit of eating Florida seafood is that it contains a special ingredient called omega-3. It can promote weight loss, lower blood pressure, help to reduce arthritis, protect against depression, and even helps to develop your brain. The key is to eat it more often for the best health benefits. Mermaids are a popular, long-time Florida favorite. And I hear one of their secrets is they eat Florida seafood. So wise up by adding seafood to your weekly menu. Florida seafood offers a wide variety of choices and is quick and easy to prepare. When you're selecting your seafood, make sure you get it from a reliable source, like a supermarket or specialty store. I like Ward's because it's a local family-run business that's been around forever and has a variety of fish and shellfish of superb quality. Hi, I'm having a party tonight and I need to pick up some seafood.
So you come to the right place.
The amberjack isn't too thick, so it should do well on the grill. Can I get a fillet of amberjack, please? I think I'll make kebabs, so can I get a pound of the grouper cheeks, please? And a pound of the extra large shrimp?
Sure.
Thank you. I love lobster, but I think just the tail will do for today.
Hey, will there be anything else for you today?
I just need to pick up some veggies and some homemade cocktail sauce, and that's it. Thank you so much.
We'll get that for you.
I have a pound of shrimp. Can you show me how to use that cool tool to de-shell them?
Sure. Actually, what this does is take the vein out and take the shell off at the same time.
Wow.
Then you slide the shrimp right around, and come right out the back, just push it right through, and then tear the shell, and take the vein out all at the same time.
Awesome. That's really easy.
You get a clean shrimp.
And can I pick up one of those before I leave?
Sure. We got it right over there.
seafood cold. Securely wrap fresh seafood in a plastic bag or moisture-proof paper and store it towards the back of your refrigerator, which tends to be the coldest part. Use fresh fish within 2 days of purchase. Store frozen seafood for up to 6 months. Defrost frozen seafood in the refrigerator just before cooking. If vacuum packed, immerse the packages in cold water to thaw. If the fish is just wrapped in plastic or paper, place it on a plate and leave it in the refrigerator overnight. Cook frozen fish within a day of defrosting. Avoid contaminating other foods by using different cutting boards and separate knives when preparing raw fish. Wash your hands in all of the utensils and surfaces, plates and cutting boards for example, that come in contact with the raw fish or its juices, before using them with other foods. Now that I have everything to put together my kebabs, let's get to work. The first thing we're going to put on is our green pepper. I like to put this on first because this will hold the other things on top of it. Then let's put on a cherry tomato. You can put these on whole, you don't even have to cut these ones up. There we go. Now let's use some grouper cheek and just string it right on with it. Now the thing about this grouper cheek is it has no skin on it. We took the skin off so it's really easy to put on. Let's put some onions. Now thick onions work better than thin onions because the thin ones tend to break. And then let's put maybe some red pepper. That will look pretty. And then we'll put on some more grouper cheek. And then let's put some mushrooms on. We haven't put a mushroom on yet. Now we're going to do the same thing only with shrimp. Now what you want to do with the shrimp is bend them over and stick this right through the parting of their shell. Okay, this is our amberjack fillet. What we're going to do is take a little bit of lemon and just squeeze it on top. It helps to give a perfect flavor. Then just take a little bit of peppercorns, whole peppercorns, and grind it on top. Now, just put it on the grill and you'll have an awesome lemon pepper amberjack. Okay, now it's time to prepare our lobster. What you want to do is take the lobster and use sharp cutters, whether they're scissors or special clippers made specially for crustaceans, which are crab and lobster. If you're not comfortable using sharp scissors or sharp cutters, get a responsible adult to help you. And what you want to do is take it and cut it right down the middle of the back. And when you're cutting it, don't cut past the tail part. You want to just go down to the base. Now, use your finger and inside the shell, pull the meat away from the shell. But take care not to rip it. You got to do the sides as well. Okay. After you've detached it, you want to hold the shell open. Well, you take the lobster and pull it out through the middle. You want to keep it in it. You just want to pull it out enough that it rests on top of the hollow of the shell. And then squeeze the shell back together. There we go. All right. Now, you want to take this little bit of back part and cut the little membrane. There we go. It opens into a nice little pocket here. Look how pretty that is. Now, what you want to do is in this pocket, you want to take some butter and just sit it in this pocket like this. And take care that your shell stays closed underneath the lobster. You want it to sit on top of the shell. And then you take a little bit of paprika and just sprinkle it on top. Then take the sides of your lobster and roll it back on top of this. And it's ready to go on the grill. Now we're going to put this in a foil basket, which all you have to do is take a piece of foil, put the lobster in the middle, and just roll the foil around it. but don't roll the foil too tight. You want to have enough room that after it cooks for a couple minutes with the rolled foil basket, you can take the foil and close it on top to make it a covered basket. Let's put this on the grill. Now what we're gonna do is make Jasmine's secret seafood sauce. This is perfect for basting. Now what you wanna start with is a little bit of minced garlic. You can do this yourself or you can buy it at the store. After this, you need a little bit of lemon ginger and then some Key West lime juice. The first thing you wanna do is take your garlic and put enough of it that you have a good amount. All right, there we go. And now we want to add lemon ginger to it, and we want to pour in just enough to cover the garlic. And after that, you take your Key West lime juice and you put in as much of this as you like. And then what you want to do is take it and mix it up. And if you let it sit overnight, the flavors will work through it, so you have a perfect blend.
I'm talking to you. You didn't eat right cause you were late for school and now you're feeling tired, falling asleep in your seat. I can't concentrate and relate cause you're beat. Sitting there wondering why you feeling sway. It's cause you didn't eat the most important meal of the day. Breakfast, there's no doubt about it. Breakfast, you can't go without it. Eat a good breakfast and you'll do your best. You'll be sharp as a pencil when you take that test.
Kids Can Cook 2 is originally produced and broadcast to serve the educational and informational needs of children in grades 7 through 12.
Hi, I'm Allison Greiner, and here I am today at La Maison Gourmet. Today we're having the gourmet dish of the day with Chef John Lewis, and he's going to tell us what we're actually doing today.
You know, Alice and I thought it would be interesting for kids to learn how to make one of my favorite salads, which is bacon, lettuce, and tomato salad.
I know I like bacon, so...
The rest of it goes right together.
Yeah,
right?
it goes with it.
I mean, it almost is like you've had a BLT sandwich, you know, in a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
What does it have on it? It has bread, bacon, lettuce, tomato, some mayonnaise, and all that sort of stuff. You'll find all those things in our ingredient list.
Very cool.
Sound good?
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do first, if you would, is bring that pan right over to the burner. And in there we've got the remains of the bacon grease from the bacon we just fried up. And we added some olive oil to it.
Yes.
You've already baked the baguette.
Baked the baguette.
Okay, you've cut it into cubes, sort of bite-sized cubes, right? We're looking at something like this. And what we're going to do as soon as that oil gets hot is put this in there, and we're going to toss it a few times until it gets nice and crispy. Then you'll drain it over there in the paper towels next to the bacon.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Meanwhile, our assistants this morning, the other students who are here, helped us put together all the ingredients for this. And the recipe is going to be available to everybody. But included in it is romaine lettuce, which we've washed and we've torn up into bite-sized pieces. We've also taken some cherry tomatoes and we've cut them in half lengthwise.
Those are really pretty.
Aren't they pretty? It's going to add a lot of color to the salad as well. Then we've taken some scallions and some garlic and minced them. Mince being very, very small, right?
Really small.
I think you've got your bacon grease is hot enough. Why don't you take a handful and throw it right in the pan. Then we mix the dressing together, and the dressing is a combination of mayonnaise, sour cream, and red wine vinegar. All right, shake the pan back and forth a little bit.
I don't know if I
Spread
can
them
do
out.
it as well as you can.
No, you don't have to do that part. Just shake it back and forth. And if you want, let's use this utensil right here to sort of move the bread around. What you're looking to do is to bake it, crisp it up. Okay. So you've got
Like
nice
croutons?
crunchy croutons. Exactly right. These are this is the way you make homemade croutons. One of the ways. You can do it in the oven as well, but we're doing it on the cooktop.
And this you get the nice bacon flavor kind of in there
correct.
too.
Right. We took most of the bacon grease out of there. We added some olive oil in, and what we're doing is coating the bread with the olive oil and the bacon grease as it heats up. Just stir it every once in a while, let it get nice and crisp. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Here we've got our romaine lettuce ready to go. What I'm going to do while you're doing that is I think I'll go ahead and put the dressing in here and mix this up. And I'm using my hands to do that. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't know about you, but when I go to a restaurant, I don't like my salad swimming in salad dressing.
Yeah.
Right? Most places tend to give you too much salad dressing.
And they just coat it on there. This is just like a
this
nice
way,
little...
We're going to just toss it by hand, and I get to see that it's coating the leaf, and I'm turning the bowl as I'm doing it, so I get to the bottom. The important thing is get the lettuce off the bottom to the top and coat it, right?
And I know we have some herbs too, and we're going to add those a little bit later, and it gives a nice little flavor.
Exactly
to
right.
Make it
You like fresh herbs, don't
Yes,
you?
I love fresh herbs.
Do you tend to experiment with herbs?
Yes, different sauces or anything I can put them in, I just throw them in. Sometimes it doesn't work though, and you get like chives don't work in ice cream and things like that. But
That's correct.
but
What's your favorite herb? Or do you have a favorite herb?
I think I like basil just because it
Basil.
has a lot. You can do a lot with it, or parsley because you can add it to
Okay,
a
I
lot.
think you're just about there. If you'd like to turn the heat off underneath the pan, all right? And then take the croutons and turn it all the way to the right. There you go.
There we go.
Take the
Woohoo.
croutons and you can lift up the pan, dump them onto the paper towel next to the bacon. That's right. Good.
Aha.
Then if you come over here and sprinkle your herbs on top of the
Ooh,
salad,
yes.
right? Just sprinkle them around and I'll toss it.
Woohoo. Okay.
Then we're going to let's add the garlic and the scallions, right?
Right there.
Right.
And they're all minced, nice
They're
and
all
good.
minced. I had an assistant who's an excellent mincer.
Really?
Right, Natalie, I think her name is. Okay.
She's over there. Very cool.
All of our, these are called sous chefs, you know.
Sous chef?
Yeah, the sous
Yes.
chef is the assistant chef.
And then you're the head chef.
Well, the sous chef does all the work. That's the secret that most head chefs never reveal. Okay. Then we're going to take the tomatoes. We've got cherry tomatoes. We're going to put those in here.
Ooh, that makes it look pretty because the red and the green makes it look really pretty.
Okay. Now, if you would go to that cabinet directly behind us. No, just to the right. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Pick out a plate. All right, bring a plate.
Perfect. Oh, this is really pretty. They're all white.
So we'll be able to see the colors.
I
So
feel
what
like
we're
I'm on
gonna do-
TV.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to put a portion out here.
Oh, that's pretty.
We'll get some red tomatoes on top there. All right.
Cool.
Now, you would take some croutons and some bacon and sprinkle that on top. The reason I don't do the croutons until the end is because you know what happens, you get the croutons in here, they all fall to the bottom of the bowl,
Really?
right?
Oh, yeah, and they get soaked
Right.
with the...
So lift up the whole pan,
Okay.
bring it over, and take some bacon, sprinkle it on there.
Ooh, these look good.
Yeah, and some croutons. Well, taste one, see what you think.
Really? That's good.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Good.
think I'm gonna eat. I'll be right back. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
take this and...
I'll just give the salad then to our sous chefs over
Okay.
here. How's that? And you want to give this a try?
Sure.
What'd you think?
No problem. This is really good.
Came together rather quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, it was easy and quick, and we can make it. It's an easy thing to make at home.
That's right.
That's so good.
Is it good? How about some bacon? Did you try the bacon too? Our sous chef Alex did the bacon to a perfection, I might add.
Perfect. Thank you for tuning in to the Gourmet Dish of the Day. I'm Allison Greiner, and this is Chef John Lewis, and we're at La Maison.
Thank you.
Okay, today we're going to talk a little about knife safety. You can store a knife in a couple different ways. You can put it in a knife block like this to keep the blades hidden, and that way it's usually safe around children. The other thing you can do is store it in your drawer, but if you're going to store it in a drawer, you need a container like this. This is safe not only for the knife but for people, because this allows the knife to be in its own container so they won't get banged up by other things in the drawer. Now, the other thing you can do is if you're taking it with you somewhere, you can get one of these, which is like an edge guard. And what you do is you slip the knife right in here, being very careful, and you can take it on the go then without worrying about it cutting something. The other thing about this is you can store it in the drawer this way to keep the blade protected. Now, people will notice over time that as you use a knife, the knife tends to get dull. There are different types of ways to sharpen them. You can use a whetstone like this, and if you're going to use this, what you want to do is take the blade and put it at a slight angle and just pull it across the stone. But be very careful of your fingers on this one. The other way you can sharpen it is buying one of these at the store. Now these are a bit safer because your fingers aren't near it when you're sharpening it. What you do is you put this down on the counter and you just put your knife blade in here and you roll it back and forth. Now one thing you want to be careful of is never leave a knife in the sink with water. Otherwise someone can stick their hand in there to get something out. If they don't see the knife, they can cut their fingers, which isn't good because then depending on how sharp the knife is, your hand might not know it's cut and it can cause a lot of bleeding. Also, a sharp knife is safer than a dull knife. If you have a sharp knife, you don't have to put as much effort into cutting something. But if you have a dull knife, you have to work and push against it and you're more likely to cut yourself. Also, if you're walking with a knife, make sure you carry it down like this against your side, because that way if you fall, it won't go into you. Also, if you're handing a knife to someone, make sure you don't hand it to them like blade first. You want to take it, grip it by the back of the blade where it's not sharp, and hand it to them handle first. That's it for knife safety. Remember, if you're safe in the kitchen, you'll have no problems. Hi, I'm Jasmine and I'm here with an important safety message about toaster ovens. The first thing you want to do after you finish using them is to unplug them. That way, when you stick in metal or something, there's no possibility of you getting shocked or anything like that. When you take something out of them, you want to be sure to pull your plate close and then use tongs instead of your fingers so you won't burn yourself. And just pull it out and stick it on your plate. That's all there is to it. Hi, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm going to show you how to make this awesome pronto pineapple pizza. Now, the first thing you'll need is a tortilla. They come in all different varieties. You can choose whatever type you like. The next thing you need is cheese. We're using Romano cheese because it's perfect. We have Black Forest ham and then crushed pineapple straight out of the can. Now, the first thing you want to do is take your cheese and just put it right in the middle and then spread it out on your tortilla. Take your ham, dump it on top, and take your pineapple and dump that on top of it. And then just spread it out on top of everything. Alright, now the next thing you're going to want to do is plug in your toaster oven and take your pizza and put it right on in. There we go. Close your door and turn it on to dark and let it cook. It should take about 4 to 5 minutes. After about 4 minutes, you'll find that your pizza's finished. What you want to do is unplug your toaster oven first and then carefully open the door. Use tongs and pull your plate up right next to it. That way you don't have much of a chance of it like burning you. Close your door and then use a pizza cutter or a knife and you can slice right through this. And there you have a pronto pineapple pizza, quick and easy. What we've done now is after preparing everything is we've put it on the grill. Our amberjack filet, we're going to cook about 10 minutes. You want fish to hit about 145 degrees before you take it off. It will continue cooking for a minute or two to hit 150. If you don't have a cooking thermometer, what you can do is use 2 forks and pull it apart. It should flake and be opaque, but it shouldn't fall apart. Our kebabs that we prepared, we've put in this handy kebab basket. And what this does is it holds it up off the wire rack and it allows us to turn them for more even cooking. We're going to cook these about 10 minutes. Our lobster, we put in a foil basket. This basket will allow the butter to drip and baste the lobster but not burn. We're going to cook our lobster for 10 to 15 minutes. A lobster's done when the meat becomes firm and flaky and opaque. We've closed the foil and now we're going to put the lid down and let them cook.
When meat is cooked, the outside temperature gets hotter than the inside. This is called the browning reaction. Meat should be cooked between 300 and 500 degrees to kill any bacteria that may be in it. I want to try a cool activity with these wintergreen mints. Let me see what happens. If you crush the mint, one of the electrons comes off and binds with another electron, which emits a light. The oil in the wintergreen causes the light to turn blue or white. I want to see what happens. Let's find out.
Use oven mitts when taking items out of the microwave, as the containers may be hot from heating.
Add tomatoes to your sandwiches, soups, or stews.
Safety is the most important cooking skill.
Place a thin wet towel underneath your cutting board to prevent it from moving around.
Ever heard of the term portion distortions? Most of us eat more than we should, and the main reason is because portions have gotten much larger over the past 20 or 30 years. This translates into more food and more calories, and big portions may contribute to obesity. To help you get a feel for what the average serving size should look like, there are a couple items around the house that can help. Did you know that 2 9-volt batteries are equal to 1.5 ounces of natural cheese? A baseball is about the size of an 8-ounce cup of yogurt, 1 cup of dry cereal, or 1 medium fruit. A deck of cards is equal to 2 to 3 ounces of meat poultry or fish, and for you French fry lovers, about 10 fries. All of you computer geeks may be interested to know that the mouse you use equals a half a cup of pasta or a half a cup of sliced fruit, and a small floppy disk is about the size of a slice of bread. So remember, do yourself a favor and watch those portions. Be wise, don't supersize. Well, I hope we convinced you to give Florida's friendliest food a try. Whether you catch your own, cook it yourself, or dine out, give Florida seafood a try.
Goodbye.